What's up guys, my name's Adil, I'm 23 years old and I am a full-time day trader. And even saying that out loud feels kind of surreal, full-time day trader. You know when you're a kid and people ask what you want to be, most people say footballer. I personally want to be a boxer. Like, you never thought as a kid, oh, I'm going to be a full-time day trader. But trust me, this was a long journey, it was a hard journey. It's taken me around 4 to 5 years to get to this point. I've wanted to quit many times, I have quit many times, but I'm finally here. And I know a lot of people, so many people are going through the exact journey I did and the exact same struggles I went through. So I think hearing my story out, a lot of people relate to. And I guess the main story of today is do not quit, because you only fail when you quit. So the question is trading and why trading? Well, this is around COVID time. I got sent back to home because COVID, obviously university was closed. So everything was online. I went back to home because I went to uni in a different city. And I remember I had so much free time during COVID. Like I said, everything was online and I wanted to make money, of course, whichever young kid doesn't want to. So this is around 2019 times. And I remember I did start linking this girl for the first time. So I was spending a lot of money trying to impress her. So I was like, cool, I'm spending this money now. I need to find a way to make it back. So I came across a YouTube video and it was options trading, make like £1 million in like 3 months. I was like, what, £1 million in 3 months? I'll take that. And it was stupid looking back at it, but it was just like compounding, showing like, yeah, if you make 10% a day for like 3 months, you're gonna make £1 million. And I was like, yeah, that seems easy. 10% a day seems easy. But looking back at it, that is extremely unreasonable, like extremely unlikely. 10% a day is possible, but like it's not sustainable at all. But of course, young naive kid, didn't look much into it. I was like, cool, if they can do it, why can't I? So I literally put all of my savings and I opened a trading account for options trading, which is so dumb looking back at it, but I was like, yeah, cool, I'm gonna flip this, make serious money. So I remember I went on Google and I typed in what is the best option stock to invest in, and the first thing that came up was NIO, which is an electric vehicle company. So I remember I slapped in, I don't even know how much money I slapped in because I didn't know how position sizing worked, take profit work, stop loss, knew none of that. So I slapped in God knows how much. I think I slapped in all of my, so I had about 8k saved up. I slapped all 8k into there. And literally, like, within a couple of minutes, it was up like $600. And I was like, whoa, I've just made like $600 in like, literally about 30 seconds. I was like, if I can do this daily, I'll be sorted. Like, a lot of people make $600 in a week. So this is crazy for me. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to become a millionaire, this, that. Then I actually joined some random guy's Signals because he looked like he was making money. So I was like, cool, let me join his Signals. He was charging like $100 a month. Cool, I joined that. And it was up and down, wasn't really making money, wasn't really losing money. Again, I had no idea what I was doing. And then it was to a point where every position I had, I would let it go red. I had no stop loss. I might be like, some positions I was down like $1,000, $2,000, which is crazy. That's like almost a quarter of my whole account. But I was like, oh, I'm only going to close when I'm in green. And it was stupid, but it was working. And then I remember during this whole AMC GME wave, he said, I put $300 in AMC options. I woke up and it was literally 20k overnight. And I was like, damn, this is crazy. That's why I knew that, damn, there's actually money to be made in this. Because if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just following this random guy, and I've turned $300 to $20,000 overnight. Imagine if I actually knew what I was doing. But back then, I was just still gassed, and I was following this guy. And back in COVID, everything was just going up, so it was easy. I don't want to say easy money, but it was easy money to be made. So all these signals were working, and I went from my account went from like 20k to then 54k. So I started with 8k, and now I'm at 54k, and I'm like, well, this is crazy. And I think I'm 19, 20 years old. I got 54k in the bank. I'm more than happy. All I'm doing is clicking a couple buttons on my phone every day. Sweet. I was like, I'm gonna hit 100k, and I'm gonna take it out and enjoy my life. As you can imagine, because I had no idea what I was doing and I was letting trades hit zero, wasn't closing them, I literally blew pretty much all of it and went back down to 6k. And this was me still following the signals, guys. So it shows you just following signals, and this is why I don't give out signals. Following signals, you will not be long-term profitable. I took a bit of a break from trading. I tried other stuff. So I tried drop shipping. I remember I bought like loads of teeth whitening pens. So cheap as well. They cost me like 20-30p a pen, and I was selling it for like £15-20. But I spent a lot of money on ads, building my store. Again, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just sort of freestyling it, and I made about break even. I spent about £1,000. I made about £1,000, but that took me like 3 months, so it wasn't really working out. Then I did part-time boxing training, so I was charging £30 an hour. I was getting like 4 clients a week, so that was like £120 a week, which it paid for my pay and it paid for my food. But again, I can't live off £120 a week. So I was just trying everything, literally everything I could try to get money quick. I was trying because again, I was just trying to, I didn't want to get a job. It wasn't my future plans, although I was at uni and I was doing well at uni. And B, I still wanted to impress this girl. I wanted to spend a lot of money on her. So I was like, cool, let me do that again. Looking back, it's dumb. I'll never do that again. But being a young kid. And I was like, cool. Looking back at it, the only thing that I got quick money, not quick money, but instant results. So like me, I like instant satisfaction. So with dropshipping, for example, I have to wait maybe a month or 2 to sales come through the door. And then if I run the right ads, so what I liked about trading was if I place a trade, if I'm day trading, I know within the next 15 to 30 minutes, I'm either going to make a lot of money or I'm going to lose money. But at least I know it's going to happen instantly. So that was my way. Okay, if I want £600 today, I can't do that drop shipping. I need a month to build my store. I can't do that reselling because I need to wait for the item to come, then hopefully list it up, then sell it. So I was like, trading's the only one where if I want to make, let's say, £1,000 today, I actually have the opportunity to do that. So I was like, listen, I had no idea what I was doing. I turned 8k to 54k. Yes, I lost it all back down to about 6k, but if I had no idea what I was doing and I could do that, maybe if I actually sat down and took time to study, I could actually master this and actually make some real money. I mean, literally, I watched every YouTube video, read multiple books, read websites. I joined about 100 different Discord groups. I was messaging, literally no cap, about 10 to 15 people on Twitter every single day asking, yo, you're making money. How do you make money trading? Yo, how did you do this? Yo, why did you do this? I was going hammer. It was actually, I had a big passion for it. Just something I really enjoyed doing. So I was learning literally at least 5-6 hours a day. I would stay up overnight. And this is why I was doing my uni degree as well. But because it was at home during COVID, it did make it easier. So sweet. Got my degree. I was happy. And at the meantime, I've been trading now, just learning day in, day out for about a year and a half. And I was stupid because after like 3 months of learning, I was like, yeah, I'm ready now. Put all my savings in, lost it all. Then had to work another 3 months to get some more money. And I was like, yeah, I'm ready now. Put it all in, lost it all. So I was like, bro, what am I doing in my life? Everything I'm saving, I'm putting it in and losing again. Let me actually take time out and actually learn how to do this properly. Let me see consistent results before I decide, yeah, let me actually put money in now. I ain't got much in the bank, so I can't really trade, and I get offered a job. So I'm like, cool. And the first job I got offered, it was, I think the P was, it was about 25k a year. And it was 8 a.m. to 6 p.m, 6 days a week. And I looked at it, I was like, I spent 3 years to get a degree. I got a 2-1 at one of the best unis in the country, arguably. I was like, I'm not going to do all of that to work 8 to 6, Monday to Saturday, for pretty much minimum wage, 25k. And they were like, oh yeah, but after 2-3 years we'll put you on 50k and then 60k. I was like, 2-3 years, like that's a long time. I don't want to slave away for a year. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Personally, I just didn't see the risk to reward. So I thought, oh, I can make at least that amount of money trading. So declined the job offer, tried trading again. Surprise, I lost. And I was like, I've really just turned down consistent income for now technically a gamble because I didn't know what I was doing. And it didn't pay off, and now I'm 6 months behind and I still have no money. And I was like, yeah, like, this was a big turning point for me. This one, I was like, okay, like I'm done with trading for a while. I was never done with it because I'd always studied the charts, but it wasn't that intense 6 hours, 8 to 8 hours a day thinking trading is the only way, trading is the only way, trading is the only way. And I think that was a big turning block for me. I'd always recommend, do not quit your job or don't decline any job offers. Have that consistent income first, then go into trading. And once your trading is scaled up, then you can go full-time trading. Don't do the other way. What I did was try do full-time trading and then hopefully that it just works out. I won't recommend that. Trust me, it's not good for you. Cool. So then I was like, then I had to apply for jobs. I had no other choice. And just as a side note, that guy I was copying signals from at the start, he actually got exposed as a scammer and he got shut down from all social media. So again, another reason why I don't recommend following signals. He was actually trading a demo account, so I was losing real money following his signals, and he wasn't losing anything because he was just trading a demo and he was making his money from selling his signals to me, to all of us. And then basically from there, I was like, cool, I actually need a job now. I need money. It's getting silly now. My bank was in overdraft. I was in minus 2k overdraft. I was like, crap, they're going to start charging me interest soon. I need to find a way out of this. So did get a job. It was bang average pay, I'd say. I don't want to say bang average, but it was average pay. It was all right. But again, like, I just had no motivation. Every time I was on a job, I was literally on my computer charting. I remember I was in the office one day, like my second week in, and I had nothing to do. So I was just analysing charts after charts after charts. And my manager literally came through the door and quickly went behind my computer screen, and I was clicking that X button as fast as I can, because obviously I didn't want to see him. I was just going over charts every time I was on company time. So I was working that job, and while I was working that job, again, I still had such passion for trading, but I just wasn't using real money. Literally every time I came home from work, before I went to work, I would draw my analysis and I'd predict what would happen today. And I'd go to work, I'd come back and I'd replay the market and see, okay, did that happen? Why was I wrong? Why was I right? And just study as soon as I came home. Now I was in two minds when I was at work, because one scenario, I was getting consistent income. It was enough to pay my bills, clear all my overdraft I had, and to save a bit of extra month money as well. So I was like, cool. I knew it was guaranteed every single month. On the 26th of every month, I'm getting that money into my account. On the other hand, I was like, I'm stuck in this place for at least 1 to 2 years before I get any promotional raise. Right? People are saying they've been for 3 years and they've never got a raise. And B, I'm working hard, right? They expect a lot of you. I mean, a lot of you. My manager, no disrespect, she was a waste man, but she was expecting a lot of me. So the point where, like, I'm thinking, why am I gonna do all this extra work that you want me to do? I was doing way beyond what I needed to do, and I'm getting no benefit from it. It sounds selfish, but I'm kind of those people. I'm like, why am I gonna kill myself working 10 times harder and nothing's getting added to my pocket? I'm working harder and everything's getting added to your pocket. I'm only making the company richer and I'm on the same wage, and that just, I couldn't sit right with that. I was like, no, working is not for me unless I'm my own boss. I'm only gonna work hard, like harder than I need to, if it's gonna be beneficial for me. So I was like, I'm gonna work like a dog for myself, and that way I can reap the rewards. But my goal was to myself, I was like, listen, I have to get at least 3 funded accounts. I reach a payout on each account before, and then I will leave my job. And bearing in mind, I've never passed with a funded account before. So I was like, if I can pass 3 accounts, prove it's not a fluke, and get the payout, I'm ready to leave, man. I'm on the first flight out of here. So it took me a minute, but because I had consistent money coming in, my trading, it was a lot more relaxed. I wasn't like, I need to make money today. I was literally like, oh, that trade don't look that good, I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, that trade looks good, I'll take it. And I was seeing results 10 times better than I was before, because A, I studied day in, day out, and B, I only traded when I knew I would be right. Obviously, I didn't have 100% success rate, but I was only taking my A+ setups because I had no pressure of having to make money. Money was coming in from work, so my trading got 10 times better. Sweet. So about after 6 months, I passed the 3 accounts and I received my payouts. And this was the exact same time my probation period at work was over. So I remember I emailed my manager. I was like, this is how disorganized it was. They forgot my 6 months probation was over. So I emailed them. I was like, listen, my 6 months is over. Like, what's the next steps? Called me in for a meeting. He was like, yeah, like, we feel like you're good, but I feel like your focus isn't here. Like, you do everything that's required of you, but you don't want to go above and beyond. And I was like, yeah, you're right, because like I said, deep down, I was like, I'm not gonna kill myself for you to make your life easier, and I'm getting nothing from it. I'm working an extra 2-3 hours a day and I'm getting paid the same. It doesn't make sense to me. I can never be that person. There's plenty of people doing that. Those people working 10 times harder than me. I'll admit that. They were working 10 times harder than me, but I was just like, why are you killing yourself for a job and you're getting paid even less than me? Like, it didn't make sense to me. Obviously, each their own. I'm never gonna say don't work as hard as you can. So I was like, cool. I said to him, yeah, I appreciate it, but this isn't for me, and I think it's best we part ways. Cool. I left my job, and now I knew, okay, first of all, I had money saved up from the work and my payouts, so I was covered for at least the next 3 months. So I was like, cool, I just need to trade the way I've been trading and I will be okay. So my first month after I left work and I started trading was one of my best ever months. I made about 3 times my monthly salary from work, and I was like, sweet. That took so much pressure off the plate to a point where after that month I considerably sized down, because I was like, even if I make no money now for the next 2 months, it would have been the same as if I stayed at that job. So I was just comparing myself to my salary that I was getting working. I was like, if I can make at least this a month, I'm okay, because I've left the work environment now. I'm working from home. I have all the freedom. I can only work for myself, and I'm making the same amount of money, if not more. So I was more than happy with that. And obviously, as the months goes on, I started to make a lot more monthly than I did at the job. Alhamdulillah, life was going great. I did have months where I didn't make so much money, or maybe even like was break even for the month, lost $100-200, but because I saved accordingly. I always recommend that when you make money from trading, right? Trading is one thing that is not guaranteed. Yes, you should see consistent results, but it's never guaranteed. You could work like a dog 12 hours a day every day for a month, and you might lose money that month. So every time you do get paid out, you tend to get paid out a lot because you're using funded accounts, right? So you get paid out quite a bit. So save a lot of that money. Save at least 50 to 60% if you can. The rest you can just slowly spend for your day-to-day life expenses. But because you have enough saved up, it takes the pressure off trading. And now if you do have a bad month or even a bad 2-3 months, you have that money there where you're not stressed out. So please save as much as you can when all your money is reliant on trading. And then I was like, sweet. So that was how I got to the point where I am now. So now it's been about 2 years now since I've been full-time trading. But yeah, honestly, but I've been actually trading since 2019. So it's been 5 years of me actually trading. 3 of that I was unprofitable. I didn't make a single penny. 3 years, and trust me, I was studying the market day in, day out. 3 years, every single month I was losing money. So please do not think this is overnight and you can just jump on and make money. No, I bought courses, I bought signals, I spent all my money, and at the end of the day, back then I thought, yeah, this is the holy grail, but it was useless. It just didn't work for me. You need to study the chart day in, day out, and please do not quit, because you only lose when you quit, right? I believe everyone, well, the stat is like 90% of people lose money trading, but I believe it's just because they didn't give themselves the chance to succeed. So my biggest tip would be demo or live trade, but live trade with £100 and that's it. Just risk one contract, so your risk is only like £10 per trade, and just keep doing that until you are consistently. The reason so many people do not make it is because they blow all their money before they actually learn the skill. So just learn the skill first and make it, and I promise you, you can get there. I gave up, I took a break, I came back, I gave up again, took a break, came back, but it was all worth it in the end. So yeah, man, just don't give up. That's the moral of the story, and I promise you will become a profitable day trader. Is never forget your reason why either. So when I first did start trading, like I said earlier, my reason why was just trying to impress this girl, which is stupid. But now, then after I got to work and I got a bit older, I was like, bro, I want freedom. I don't want to work for someone else my whole life. And B, obviously you want money, but it was a sacrifice, right? You either have lots of money by working like a dog, so you have no freedom, or you have lots of freedom by not working that much, but then you don't have a lot of money to sustain that freedom, because then you need to go back to work and need to get that money to live again. So for me, trading was the only way, I can get freedom. And by freedom, I mean work on my own accord. If I don't want to work today, I won't work today. And B, you can make considerable amount of money, but yes, it's very hard. I don't want you to start thinking you're going to become a millionaire overnight. It's not. But never forget your reason why, because on days when you do want to quit, if you have that reason why, whether, let's say you have a kid and your reason is, I want to give my kid the best life. When you feel like quitting and then you think, my goal was to give my kid the best life, am I going to give up on that dream? Then you won't, and you will come back to it, but just take it slow. And yeah, that's all, man. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be dropping market analysis videos as well once a week, just to show you how I trade and my strategy. So if you're interested in anything, just drop a message. I appreciate you if you did watch it to the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. It's my first ever YouTube video, so only up from here, man. Just never forget your reason why either. So when I first did start trading, like I said earlier, my reason why was just trying to impress this girl, which is stupid. But now, then after I got to work and I got a bit older, I was like, bro, I want freedom. I don't want to work for someone else my whole life. And B, obviously you want money, but it was a sacrifice, right? You either have lots of money by working like a dog, so you have no freedom, or you have lots of freedom by not working that much, but then you don't have a lot of money to sustain that freedom, because then you need to go back to work and need to get that money to live again. So for me, trading was the only way, I can get freedom. And by freedom, I mean work on my own accord. If I don't want to work today, I won't work today. And B, you can make considerable amount of money, but yes, it's very hard. I don't want you to start thinking you're going to become a millionaire overnight. It's not. But never forget your reason why, because on days when you do want to quit, if you have that reason why, whether, let's say you have a kid and your reason is, I want to give my kid the best life. When you feel like quitting and then you think, my goal was to give my kid the best life, am I going to give up on that dream? Then you won't, and you will come back to it, but just take it slow. And yeah, that's all, man. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be dropping market analysis videos as well once a week, just to show you how I trade and my strategy. So if you're interested in anything, just drop a message. I appreciate you if you did watch it to the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that. It's my first ever YouTube video, so only up from here, man.